Is Dan Clancy a good CEO? I think this is the truth on how I feel. I feel that Dan Clancy was given a very hard position coming to Twitch. Twitch was in a spot where it was very financially horrible. You had previous CEOs or people in the company that were giving out ridiculous contracts to streamers that don't deserve it or need it. And it was basically suffering and making the company go bankrupt because these content creators really think that they deserve $30 million contracts to do absolutely nothing. And it's so dumb that that was even a reality. Hey, continue streaming on the same website that you were going to stream on anyway, and we're going to give you $30 million on top of it. It made no sense. And I think that Dan was put in a position when he came here where he kind of got thrown into the fire as well. Kick started to blow up. A lot of controversy started to happen around the website with it. So I think Dan was put in a very hard spot. And I think Dan has done a pretty good job with being that CEO. I think Dan, I would say one thing I think Dan could do better is I think maybe it could feel more like he's a CEO and less more like he's the like an HR, you know? But I think Dan is very good at making and engaging with other content creators. And I think that was something that we were missing for a very long time on Twitch was a face of Twitch that we can go to. And the old CEO was not that. Dan is. So I think Dan is doing a great job. But I also would say that I think some of the changes on Twitch I find just stupid. I think some of the changes on Twitch I find wrong. And there's things I disagree with Dan. Like Dan wants to grow small and mid-sized streamers a lot when I think that you should focus on the big guys as well to make sure that they're consistently growing because they're the ones that people are coming to the website for. So we have disagreements, but I think Dan is overall a great CEO. I think that he gets a really bad name, but I think Dan is very good at what he does. And I'm glad he's the CEO. I am. Truly I am. I don't agree with everything he does, but I do like Dan Clancy as a CEO. I do. But I would say this. There's one problem with Twitch that's just been a problem for 3-4 years, whatever it has been. I think the ads, people complain about Twitch ads all the fucking time. The ads are a huge problem. The ads are killing the website. Well, if there were no fucking ads, the website would die. So that's just it. But I said to Dan this. I said, you got to make the ads better. Make them more enjoyable for Twitch chat. How do you do that? How do you make people like the ads more? Why don't you get content creators to do the ads? Like Lily Pichu doing a Chew 5-gun advertisement rather than it just being a really boring ad that not only the advertiser's not going to get anything out of because no one's clicking on their ad or watching it. Because let's be real, when you guys get ads on Twitch, you either click off or you're not watching it. Why not make the ads more engaging? Get content creators to make the ads. Make people enjoy the ads more. I think that I don't understand why they don't do that because they can package it, in my opinion. And I think that people complain about ads. I don't really care. Ads are important on website. You need ads on Twitch. You need it or the website would die. Kick doesn't need it because they have gambling. But I think one thing that Twitch needs to fix, and it's so fucking insane it's still not fixed, is their fucking app. It is so bad. It's so laggy. You have to constantly click play. And that's a lot of viewers nowadays. That's a lot of mobile viewers are the most important viewers ever because they watch the ads, because they don't have ad block. They are the most important viewers. That if you can grab that audience, they pay. They are the most lucrative audience in the world. Why are we not, as a website, focusing on them more than anything else? And it's so dumb to me that the app is just not in a good spot. I don't know how any of you watch Twitch on the mobile app. I don't know how you can do it. It's terrible. It's truly a horrible experience. You have to constantly click play.
Lost his hair to Tren.
It's terrible. Terrible. Is there other apps or something? I don't know. It's so bad. So that's what I think. But I think Dan's a good CEO.